Hey there guys, it's DJ Slope here from Slope's Game Room. I've got headphones on, I don't need them on. Just trying to look like a DJ. Am I really a DJ? Who knows? Yes guys, this is the monthly Patreon Q&A. Taking a bit of a long time to do this one. I was planning to do this one in Primark. Well, oh, look at that. Well, I've got this t-shirt actually. But there was a bit of a mix-up. One of the people I was going to be doing it with pulled out. Whatever. I'm here now. It's probably not going to be too long before I do the next one. Actually, I've got a good idea when I'm going to do the next one. It may involve me getting quite drunk again, but we'll see. We'll see. But for now, I have some questions you guys, patrons, have asked me. If you want to be part of this Patreon list, there'll be links. Let me look at me on there. Links along there like that, and down in the description, in the top comment, all that jazz. If you want to be part of this, then this is the way to do it. It really does help the show out. Yeah, greatly. So thank you everyone that is already a Patreon, and I hope you enjoy this whether you are or not. So I have several questions today. Let's have a look through them. The first one is from long-time Patreon supporter Mike Fallin. Mike Fallin asks, is it time for Sonic to be retired as Sega's mascot? No, no, no. Why would you ever say that? Absolutely not. Yeah, he's had a couple of stinky games without a shadow of a doubt. But, you know, Sonic Mania is a million times the game that he needed. Absolutely. Now that Sonic Mania is out, come on, Sega. Just keep pumping games like that out. You know, that's the sort of stuff we want to see. Actually, no. Tell a lie. There's this highly rumoured Sonic racing game coming out as well, isn't there? And if one thing Sega really know how to do is those sort of karty racing games. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be one like that. I hope Sega invite me along to play that one, because I'll be very excited if they do. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I'm excited for that one as well. So yeah, the next two Sonic games that we know of are both going to be pretty fantastic. So I'm going to say no. It is definitely not time for Sega to retire any of their characters. They should start pumping out new I'm gonna say it again, but how far are we into this? I haven't got a timer. Not very far, but I'm gonna say Streets of Rage, and I'm gonna say Golden Axe. I'm gonna say they've done it already with Outrun. They did a bloody good job with Outrun, actually. Yeah, they need to be bringing back loads of their classic IPs. Maybe a bit of Space Harrier. Is that a complete history I'm working on? Maybe. So yeah. They no, absolutely no. Thank you very much for your question, though. Tim Labonte asks the question. Continuing the Slopes Eclectic Life series, Human Guinea Pigs. How did that come to fruition? Right, so for those people that don't know, if you go to YouTube, which I'm assuming you're already there right now, once you've watched this video, type in the words Human Guinea Pigs. And if you didn't know already, I had my own TV show along with 5 of my very best friends. Yeah, we basically made our own show. How did it all come about? Basically, back in the early days, way before YouTube actually, we would just get drunk at parties, be a little bit stupid, upload it to a website because we couldn't upload it to YouTube. So if you wanted to watch it, you'd actually have to download a little clip, really low quality MOV. And yeah, you would just watch us. It was really pathetic, like falling off of like chairs and silly things like that. There wasn't anything really that exciting about it. You know, eventually we needed to push ourselves a little bit more. More people got involved, all friends, all just being drunk at my mate's house, that sort of stuff. And then eventually we saw things like Jackass and Dirty Sanchez and stuff like that. We realised we needed to up our game, and then we started doing some more hardcore stunts. Channel 5 eventually got hold of us, and they turned it into a Brainiac-esque show, you know, where some scientist guy would say, what would happen when? And then, you know, us 5 idiots would do it. And that's basically it. Yeah. I was one of the people on there. I'm in quite a lot of the episodes. Some of the crazier things I've done. Wing walking is one of the best experiences I've ever had. You know, where you stand on top of a plane. That was on the wings of a plane. That was to demonstrate whether I would be able to get over my fear of heights. I got over my fear of flying, but not heights. So still pretty nervous. Oh yeah, there was loads and loads of really cool stuff we did. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's how that happened. And The rest is history. Obviously, we didn't do well enough to get a second series, unfortunately. Not enough promotion from the 5 guinea pigs, definitely, and from the company, to be fair, and from the company. But at the time, we didn't really know what we was doing. If I knew what I know now about promotion and how to market yourself, I would have been all over that back in the day. It was over 10 years ago now, though. It was quite some time ago. So, yeah, there you go. That was the human guinea pigs and how that came about. Thank you very much, Tim. Then we've got Samuel Victor. It's been a Patreon of mine for a couple of months, and I don't mind telling you guys, this Samuel guy is pretty awesome. He was sort of an extra, a decent extra as well, sort of an extra in one of the recent Star Wars movies, among other things. Very cool guy. Yes, over to you. Well, I keep doing this. Like, I'm not trying to be fucking PewDiePie. Anyway. Samuel Victor asks, which had the better library, the Amiga 500 or the Amiga 1200? Well, sadly, guys, I have always admired the Amiga systems, but I've never owned an Amiga system. Now, I have played on them briefly. I've got more experience with the Amiga 1200, so unfortunately, I can't give much of a better answer than I know of more games on the Amiga 1200 than the 500, so I'm going to say Amiga 1200. This is why I subscribe to people like Nostalgia Nerd and Kim Justice and Retro Man Cave and other channels like that, because they're a lot more about these home computers, and it just wasn't my scene. After the Amstrad, I was just gone with home computers. Like I say, I cover them when I need to, like, you know, when something cool comes up, but unfortunately, that's why I subscribe to those channels, because they are the places to be for that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, I don't know much about them. But, you know, maybe that'll change if someone wants to donate me one. Yes, maybe. Thank you very much, Samuel. Next up, we've got Ian A. Chapman. I've been saying that name for a very long time. Long-time supporter. Will you be doing another video promoting channels with less than deserving number of subscribers? I found some fantastic channels thanks to you last time. Absolutely. For as long as I have a YouTube channel that is active, I will be doing that exact thing. Guys, I don't care. I've said this many a times to Novabug when he interviewed me and a few others. He was actually one of them on there, actually, Novabug. One of the first. Very, very good channel. He's another good channel to go to if you like your classic home computer stuff, primarily Amstrad. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be doing this every single year, once a year. Maybe I'll move it up to twice a year. We'll see, but definitely once a year. I've already started on the list. I reckon there's about 6 or 7 on the list. What normally happens is when that time comes, I think it's about October, November time roughly. I'll have to have a look whenever it is I do that. I normally have about 15 or so, and then I have a look through, and normally they get knocked down because a lot of these small channels make these incredible videos. There's incredibly talented people out there, but they get a little bit disheartened when they don't get that many subscribers. So if I go over to one of these channels, sadly, that hasn't made a video for X amount of months, then they're probably going to get knocked down, and then, you know, I will finally have my 10 that I choose, and yeah, there you go. I pump them out. So I reckon out of the 6 or 7 that I have in my list so far, I'm not going to say who they are. I reckon there's about 3 or 4 that are guaranteed going to be on there. Unless you know, from now on they just don't make videos. I reckon there's about 3 or 4 that are definitely going to be on there. Ones that are really passionate about the hobby, you know. They definitely need that little boost that a bigger channel like myself can help. Like I say, other people have helped me out, boost my channel, and I think this is something I'm going to do literally until I'm in the millions, because I'm not going anywhere. Yes, so yeah, I'm going to be doing it every single year. And if I don't, if a year passes by and I don't do one, you guys have the permission to gift this or do whatever you need. Put it over on Twitter, shame me, and unsubscribe. I want to do it forever because I love being a part of the community. Absolutely. Right. Next up, yeah, so cheers Ian for that one. Next up, we've got Petty Mew, another one I've been talking about very, very long time. With Mario returning to the big screen and Sonic racing over to make his own film, as well, what other video game characters' mascots would you like to see made into a movie? Oh, I've answered this one a couple of times, I believe, and I think last time I said Streets of Rage. But I don't know. I want something a little bit more... I I want something a little bit more, I don't know, futuristic, I suppose. Something really classy. Something quite out there, a bit bizarre. I'm thinking Dreamcast. Now, Jet Set Radio would make an amazing anime movie or manga or whatever. I think that would be a really, really good movie. But I'm going to say as a live action movie, because I think that's what she's going for there. A live action movie, I would say Space Channel 5. That would be quite ridiculous. There's enough of a stupid storyline there to actually make a little bit more in-depth story. I would be very much up for a Space Channel 5 movie, which ain't ever going to happen. I mean, you never know. There is actually another Space Channel 5 game coming out, that VR game, so maybe that'll spark some interest and someone will... my phone keeps going off, I do apologise. Maybe it will happen. It ain't gonna happen. So yes, if I'm gonna do live action, I'm gonna say Space Channel 5. But if I'm gonna say some kind of like animated movie, I'm gonna say Jet Set Radio, because I think that'd be a wicked movie, and you can do some really cool stuff with animation with that movie. So yeah. Although saying that, Space Channel 5 would be CG through and through, wouldn't it? To be fair, with just real actors in there, I'm thinking sort of a colourful Sin City or something like that in a futuristic 70s-esque futuristic setting. It'd be really, really cool. Really cool. So yeah, that'd be my choice. Thank you, Petty Mew. Next up, we have The Geeky Dad. And The Geeky Dad asks, I love beer. What will I be able to... when, I'm assuming he's supposed to say now, when will I be able to get my hands on some Wild Weather Ale's finest slopes-based Saison? Oh, yes. So, for everyone that doesn't know, I'm sure you probably do now as I keep talking about it. I'm very excited to say that I have my own beer brand coming out. Wild Weather Ales are the brewery that have brewed it. It's about a month in. I haven't actually tasted it myself. I've tasted other beers that were similar to the one I had, my beer. So, I've got a good idea. But yes, guys, the Slopes Game Room branded The Complete History beer is coming out. And I believe you will be able, they have told me that you will be able to buy it on their website, so absolutely that is going to happen. But more excitingly, we're going to get a little bit pluggy here on the 16th of June, which is actually probably the next time I'm going to record the Q&A for them, so that'll be for this month. There's going to be the launch party in London for my beer. It's not at the Wild Weather Ales brewery. It's another brewery. I'll leave an event link, a Facebook event link down below. It looks like we've got some incredible people going. We have Kim Justice and her girlfriend. We have Mr. Biffo hopefully coming along. We have part of the Retro Hour podcast. We've got Top Hat Gaming Man and his missus. Who else have we got? We got Oliver Harper, the movie reviewer. We got Gashead Steve. We've got Back Office Show. There are more people coming as well that I'm definitely forgetting. But yeah, regardless, it's going to be a fantastic event. It's just basically just turned into a YouTube event, and we are literally getting pissed up in a brewery, drinking branded beers by me. So it's going to be awesome, absolutely awesome. So yeah, if you want to come down, it's a completely open event. Although people keep asking, can I bring this person? Yes, everybody can come along to this event. It's going to be fantastic. So The Geeky Dad, you can obviously buy my branded cans of beer or an actual pint from a pump to drink there at the event. If you want to take home an unopened can, I'll be there. I can sign them if people want me to. It's such a crazy thing that is happening. Yeah, if you want to come along to that, be sure to do so. Check the link in the description and sign up. You can buy one of the beers there, but there will be more information, probably in a video that I record at that event, talking about where you can buy them online. So there you go, Geeky Dad. That would be where you get the beers. And I believe the Geeky Dad, he is the guy that knows Wild Weather Ales already, and he knows how good their beers are. Yes, I had a very messy day drinking their stuff last time. So yeah, quality company. Exciting time. 16th of June. Be there and be drunk. So, next up, we've got Richard Carter, a.k.a. Fantastic Dizzy. What's cool is both the Geeky Dad and Richard Carter both have Dizzy logos. Pretty cool. Richard Carter asks the question, Hi DJ Slope, what is your favourite film based on a game? Tough choice, I know. My son wanted to watch Mario Bros recently. He regretted it and said cringe but good special effects. Best wishes to you and your family. Well, thank you very much, Richard. Best wishes to you too. It's a very, 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 very easy one for me. I remember when I was I would have been in year 7, so I'm guessing about 11 or 12. I was obsessed with the original Mortal Kombat games. Definitely number one more than anything. I just couldn't believe how good that looked. And when I finally watched Mortal Kombat, because we watched it on Sky, which is the UK cable, I suppose, whatever. But yeah, we watched it on Sky, and I just couldn't believe how many of the references that I knew that they were talking about, you know, and Reptile appeared at the end, but when the character comes in, it's like, Reptile, you know, the incredible Mortal Kombat. It's such, like, everything about that film is a little bit cringy. It's not. It's very cringy. But that film, I adore that movie. That is a guilty pleasure if ever I've heard one. And if you watch that film and don't like it for what it is, you know, just a 90s ridiculous sort of martial arty film. You know, everyone's got the really built martial art guys with mullets and stuff. Everything about that film is ace. I freaking love it, and it still looks quite good. I suppose. But yeah, I love Mortal Kombat. I think that's an incredible movie. And look at that. I'm even wearing the garments for it. That wasn't planned. Yes, Mortal Kombat, easy one. So yeah, thank you very much, Richard. Next up, I'm getting through these really quickly this time. Next up, we've got Mike Fallon, and he asks, will you be first in line at Universal Orlando's Nintendo Land? Oh my god, I would freaking love to be there. Like, it's likely going to be the fact that I won't. It's going to be so long before I go, in all honesty, because when it opens up, people are going to be going nuts. So I'd want to time it so that I'm going to be there a year roughly after it opens. Saying that, Avatar Land, for people that know, over in Disney, the Animal Kingdom. The lines are still like 3 or 4 hours to get on some of the rides of that, because they're so advanced and people just freaking love them. Although no one seems to like Avatar anymore, which I find a bit strange. But I thought Avatar was all right. But anyway, I want to leave it a little while. But then the problem I've got with that is the fact that it's coming out in Japan Universal Studios first, and then it'll come over into America a year or two later, and then I'm going to have to wait a couple of years before I go to that one. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe someone will send me to Japan or something, and I'll be able to go and check out Nintendo Land or Super Mario Land or whatever they're calling it. Because I would absolutely love it. I've seen some of the concepts that they've got with the Donkey Kong minecart sort of thing that they've got going on there. That looks absolutely brilliant. So excited for that. So yeah, it looks like an absolute dream come true for a Nintendo fan, and yeah, I mean, I'm going to love it. Yeah, it'll be brilliant, but sadly, I don't know. I'm not going to be first in line. I'm going to be probably fairly last in line, like I say, unless someone sends me out there. I'll have a very good time in Nintendo Land. So there you go. Hope that answered the question. And what do we got next? Oh, bloody hell. I hope I'm not peaking too much. I realise I'm just constantly in the red. Do I have to re-record this? I hope not. Right, anyway, last question, and then we'll find out. This one goes out to Andrew Dalton. The final question, he asks, what was your first, oh my god, jaw-dropping, game-changing moment of each generation? Are you serious? Each generation? Well, I'll start. Fucking hell, okay. Bloody hell, Andrew. Okay, no, that's alright, I can do this. So let's start with the Amstrad days, because that's the only thing I had in that generation. You obviously got the NES and the Master System. Actually, no. What blew me away in that generation? Okay, Ghostbusters 2 on the Amstrad. It's not a good game, but it looks pretty damn good for what it is. So I'm going to say Ghostbusters 2 for that generation. Then we're going to move over to the Mega Drive collection, Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. Obviously, I'm going to choose Mega Drive. I'm going to say one of the first jaw-dropping. Your first, oh my god. Well, the first, oh my god's got to be Sonic 2. It's too obvious. Well, Sonic 1, actually. I played Sonic 1 on a Sega bus at a fun fair. Fireworks display. So I'll say Sonic 1. That's the first one, definitely. Then we move over to what was after that. So we go PlayStation era, and I'm going to say seeing Wipeout for the first time. Couldn't believe how good that looked. Absolutely wow. so good. PlayStation 2 era, I'm just basically thinking of the first games I had, and when you get a new console, you're like, wow, that's incredible. So now we're moving into the PlayStation 2 era. The first of that generation would be on a PlayStation 2, but I'm going to do 2 for this one. So on the PlayStation 2, it would be... Oh, what would it be? So it would be probably Tekken Tag Tournament, because that was a big advancement over, like Tekken 2 and 3. I think 3 was the last one I played before that. So yeah, Tekken Tag Tournament. The Dreamcast, that was that generation, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Yeah, because the PlayStation 2 was the LED, was a shelf, wasn't it, for the Dreamcast? So, I mean, I had a PlayStation 2 before I had a Dreamcast, but... No, I didn't. I had a Dreamcast first. Of course I did. Okay, well, Dreamcast is not PlayStation 2. Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. That blew me away, seeing that, like that incredible first level where the killer whale's chasing you. At the time, that was out of this world, and it's still that is a serious guilty pleasure, that game. I'm going to stream that one day. So Sonic Adventure. Now we're going to move over to the PlayStation 3 era. But I had the GameCube was the PlayStation 2 era, wasn't it? So yeah, so let me think now. So we're in the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Am I missing a console? Oh no, you had the Wii. Of course you had the Wii. Yeah, okay, so the PlayStation 3, I had the Xbox 360 first, I believe. I'm trying to think back. How bloody hell am I forgetting this? No, I had the Wii first. So that Wii Sports, probably Wii Sports. I'll tell you what, actually, Excite Truck. That was a very, very good game, and I had that one from launch, I believe. That was awesomely good. I really enjoyed Excite Truck. So I'm going to say Excite Truck for the Wii. I'm taking a really long time with this one. I've really slowed down the Q&A for this one. Then we go into the PlayStation 4. Yeah, you get that mid-console, didn't you, with the Wii U, roughly. I don't know where the Wii U fits in all of that generation stuff, but... so PlayStation 4 I had after the Wii U, so I'll say Wii U. So the Wii U, what did I have with that? Zombie U. That was a pretty cool launch game for the Wii U. Like, having to constantly look at the gamepad, and every so often have to keep looking up at the screen, making sure Zombie wasn't getting you, and then like you're playing around with the stuff. And I actually really enjoyed Zombie U. I thought that was a bloody good game. And seeing when you die, you can actually see your friends there, and they've got their name above their head, and you can go and like loot them and stuff. I really like that game. I thought that was bloody good, actually. I might play through that again on the PlayStation 4, but it's not going to be as good without the gamepad. I think the Wii U is the version to have still. So I don't really know. It's sort of a mid-generation there. So I'm going to move over to the PlayStation 4. What was... Infamous. That was it. I couldn't remember the name. Infamous. I thought that was a really cool game. And that was the first one you can see that the graphics. I suppose it wasn't too WoW-esque. I mean, the biggest WoW factor on the PlayStation 4 has to be Uncharted 4. I was waiting for that, keeping a really close eye on that because 1, 2, and 3 were so good, and every time any 3 came up, I just purposely didn't watch PlayStations because I didn't want to see any kind of Uncharted footage. Snippets came out, but I already saw too much. Honestly, it's such an incredible game, like one of the best. Oh my god, so good. So Uncharted 4, which brings us, that's where we are now. And say that. I think that answered them all. So yes, absolutely, and that is all my questions. So guys, if my audio doesn't stink and I don't have to redo this again, I'm going to say please don't be rubbish. Guys, thank you all so much for asking the questions. All, what was it, about 7 or 8 and 9 of you roughly? Yes, I really do appreciate it. My Patreons are absolutely the best, and if you want to be the best, then you can go and check out my Patreons by clicking on the link below. And like I said, you've got that Wild Weather Royale event there. You can come and meet me and plenty of other YouTubers there too. It's going to be a really good, really good one. It's going to be so cool. I've got quite a few of my Patrons are actually coming along, so I'm going to get a lot of Slopes Game Room branded I don't want to say the word fans, patrons. I'm going to say patrons, so I can't say fans. Patrons coming along, and it's going to be bloody awesome. So yeah, thank you all so much for supporting, however you decide to support me. In regards to what's coming up, I have an incredible month coming up. Like, my God, I have 2 very big histories, complete histories coming up. Whether they come into... Oh no, we're right at the end of the month. It's not going to be in this month, probably. There's going to be a new Kick Scammer coming up this weekend, because that's going to tie in with a huge collaboration effort coming up on Tuesday, this Tuesday coming. So keep an eye out on another enormous channel, enormous channel, easily the biggest channel I've ever collaborated with, on Tuesday. Come and check that out. So yeah, there you go. Thank you all so much. I think that's about it. So yeah, guys, this is DJ Slopes signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.